Great. Hey everyone, starting exit interviews with Saniya Rivers. Just raise your hand if you have a question. Please keep it to one question, and if we have time, we can circle back for seconds. You can start with Jordan. Go ahead.
Hey, Saniya, Jordan from Television Network. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm all right. So, just talk about what was it like playing your first ever season in the W?
Whew, I can't believe it's over. It feels like it just started like yesterday. But I mean, I feel accomplished. I had a couple of goals this season coming in, and I feel like I hit them on the head pretty good. So honestly, I'm blessed to have made it. Obviously, to the end of my rookie season, I know that a lot of people haven't, had the opportunity to get all the way through. So I'm just blessed I made it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kayla, go ahead.
Hi, Saniya. Good morning. My
Good
name's
morning.
Kayla. I work with Anscape.com and I'm working on a feature piece actually on Morgan Tuck. So I wanted to get your kind of perspective as a player. What has it been like to play your rookie season with an organization with the youngest GM, and just what has she really brought the value to this organization?
Ooh, I'm a big fan of Morgan. I love me some Morgan Tuck. Honestly, outside of her just being a GM, she was there for me just from the beginning when my mom passed away. She was helping me get flights, helping me to get to my mom immediately. She was the reason I got to be able to tell my mom goodbye because she got me on that flight immediately when we found out that she was in the hospital. So I tell Morgan more than often that I'm so appreciative of her. I'm appreciative of her for giving me an opportunity to be able to play on the stage, play under her. Obviously, being the youngest GM, she brings a lot of energy to this team. So I'm just very grateful for her. She's always been there for me outside of basketball. And I think that's what's important for a culture, making it not just about basketball, but just, people making relationships and all that type of stuff. So,
Thanks. I appreciate you sharing that.
yeah, of course.
Gabby, go ahead.
Hi, Sanaya. So, I was wondering what your plans are for the off season and what you're most looking forward to about it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to resting and spending some time with some family. Obviously, being in Connecticut, I can't be under my family every day. Can't get the home cooked meals every day. I have to cook for myself. So, looking forward to finally not being able to, having to cook and get a home cooked meal, get loved on by my family. I'll take a little break from basketball just to mentally recover, physically recover, but then I'll get back at it. I'll be doing Unrivaled towards the end of the year, December, January. So I think that'll be a good time as far as content and then on the court. So looking just to have some fun, hopefully travel. I've never had taken a vacation before outside of basketball, so I'm kind of excited to do that for my first go round. So,
Anthony.
Hi, Sanaya.
hey, hey.
Hey, what did you guys do to celebrate last night as a team?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Uh, we went out. We went to a place. What was the place called? Vista. It was pretty cool. I've never been there before, so honestly, it was a good vibe. That was like our first time coming together as a team and like celebrating. So honestly, we had a good time. The DJ was great. Yeah, we just got on the dance floor. People who never danced the whole season was on the dance floor, so it was a great time. So I can't complain.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Hey again, Saniya. So I know you've been asked about this many times, but I think one of the things that stands out about your team was just the culture and the chemistry you guys built both on and off the court. So just talk about like how that formed quickly and just how excited you are to build off of that going into next season.
Yeah, it was so natural and we just flowed, we just gelled. Like it was easy, it wasn't forced. And I feel like those are the most wholesome connections that are made, the ones that are just genuine. Yeah, we had a great locker room. I've heard horror stories before I got to the league about bad locker rooms. So I was just blessed coming in as a rookie and being in a great locker room because obviously it's a little less intimidating when you can come in and just be yourself. You don't want to have to limit yourself or be in a box when you're around like vets or whatever. So I think we just had a great bunch and I don't know how we gelled as well as we did, but we did, and I'm grateful. So,
Thank you for sharing.
yeah, no problem.
Any other questions for Saniya? Daisha, go ahead.
Hi, Sanaya. Can you talk about your growth this season, specifically the growth of your game? You've been really acclaimed for like, especially your defensive prowess and, really kind of measuring up as, one of the best defenders in the league. So can you kind of talk about your growth this season? And you also mentioned your goals. Like, how do you want to grow your game, like looking into next season?
Yeah, season, I think what I want to translate the quickest was defense, and I feel like that translated quickly for me. I feel like people labeled me as a defensive stopper. I had the opportunity to go guard some of the best. I did my job on some, I didn't on others, but I mean that's part of being a rookie. You're not gonna hold anybody to zero every night. All you can do is learn from them, learn how to get better. I feel like what I proved to myself and others this season is that I'm not just a defensive stopper, though. Like, I can score. I think I just got the record for, most threes in Connecticut history as a rookie or whatever. So I think another thing I wanted to grow was my 3-point shot. So the fact that I got that, it's just like, hold on, we getting somewhere. I think I finished the season at like 42%. And that's a great percentage as a rookie. That's a great percentage in this league. It's hard to get a three off in this league. So the fact that I got a couple, in the stash, it's honestly a blessing. So I think I just proved to myself that I can play both sides of the ball. And looking into next season, I think I'm just going to build off that, being able to be this big time player, both sides of the ball, and just being that versatile player that I pride myself on, doing whatever I can do for my teammates and every day. So
Amazing. Enjoy the off season
thank you.
and your vacation.
Ooh, I will.
Last call for questions for Saniya. Anybody else? All right, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. We'll be back with Marina shortly. All right. We got Marina here. Please just raise your hand if you have any questions. Oh, gosh. We'll start with Jordan. Go ahead.
Hey, Marina, Jordan Television Network. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you? Oh, wow.
I'm all right. So kind of jumping ahead a little bit, but last season we didn't get to see much of you in Unrivaled because you were recovering from being injured. Is there any chance we get to see you play in Unrivaled this season?
Yeah, I will be at Unrivaled this year.
That's great.
We'll go. Gabby, go ahead.
Hi, Marina. So, this off season, what skills and areas of your game are you hoping to improve, and do you have any vacation plans?
Yeah, I do have a vacation plan. I don't know exactly where I'm going yet, but I'm definitely going next week. So, um, a bit of indecisive, but I want it to be somewhere tropical. And then, what was the one? Oh, improvement on that. I think just for me, the past 2 seasons, like even Unrivaled, the end of last season, this season, I had a lot of injuries. So for me, I think I need to do something differently because I usually spend the whole off season like working out crazy. I think that I will do something a little more mobility based, like yoga, Pilates, like light runs and stuff. Try to keep myself healthy without overdoing it on the court, hoping that that will keep me healthy for Unrivaled and for WNBA.
Thank you. Anthony, go ahead.
Thanks. Hey, congratulations on a great season, Marina. When I think about you, I think of you about you as a consummate professional. When you found out that you were going to be with the Sun for the season, how were you able to lock in and be successful this season?
I think perspective is everything. Maybe you don't get exactly what you want every time, but at the end of the day, I get to do this job. I'm blessed to be in this league, to be the player that I am in this league, especially looking back 7 years ago when nobody thought I'd be on a team very long, slash ever make an impact, slash be one of the best players. So I think that there's a pride in that, and I will never step on the court and let somebody just cook me or my team willingly. So just because I didn't get what I want. So I think, just going out there and maybe you're not having everything your way, but there's a lot of joy in what I got out of this year. And I learned a lot about myself. So I feel like God just kind of put me in this position to keep me here because that's where I belong.
Thank you.
Tiffany, go ahead.
Good morning. Hey, Marina. How are you? You have this great personality about you. I've noticed it all season long. Talk to me about your personality, your energy. Where does it come from, and how do you maintain it every day?
I just don't maintain it every day. I can be very moody, but besides that, yeah, I think sometimes I'm very misunderstood. Like sometimes if you don't get to know me, you would just think that I'm the same way off the court as I am on the court. And I feel like I've changed on the court too. I think that my emotional maturity is growing. And just also like the new energy that we had this year from all the new players, I think kind of brought out another side of me. Where like everything isn't always like so serious and everything's not about basketball. So I think like just finding joy in other places in life, have kind of brought that side of my personality out. So, what was the rest question? What was the rest of it? Oh, where does it come from? I've always been like a ball of energy. Like when I was younger, since there's 5 siblings and my parents and like a couple of dogs and whoever else was in my house, we just always had like a really open, high energy, authentic house where my parents encouraged us to be like ourselves no matter what. And that was a big like preaching moment in our house. So also just growing up with all those siblings, like everything's a competition, everything's an argument. I don't really know. It was just crazy. Like you didn't have energy in our house, it's gonna be rough for you.
Jordan, go ahead.
Hey, Kim and Marina. So one of the things that we saw about you this season that stood out was kind of you taking on the leadership role, especially for a lot of the young players. So just talk about how are you able to step into one of those leadership roles, and was that something, a part of the things you learned about yourself as the season went by?
Yeah, I think that I was saying I had to adjust my leadership role here. No, actually not my leadership role. I shouldn't say that. My leadership style. Like I had to adjust that because everybody's different. We had different personnel, and I realized that at first they weren't really responding to the way I was doing it. So just being like self-aware and understanding, okay, this isn't working. Like I'm gonna try a different way. Maybe I need to change myself or look in the mirror and see what I can do better too. Um, and then also making genuine relationships. That was a really big part of my leadership style that I think has helped me realize that the more that the players know me as a person, the more willing they are to receive what I'm saying on the court. So, and I gotta say, like, I gotta give it to the rookies. They're the ones that made me realize, that I need to change, that it's not working. And they weren't afraid to tell me, like, no, this is not it. So, yeah, I appreciate them. And I think that that is a big reason why I was able to step into myself a little bit this season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marina.
Oh, you're welcome.
Aaliyah will be next. All right, hi everybody. We have Aaliyah Edwards. Same deal. No, you're great. Yeah. We'll start with Vicky, and then we'll go around one question, and then if we have time, we'll go for a second round. Vicky, go ahead.
Hey, Aaliyah. Good morning. I
Hi.
was wondering. People have been talking about the culture of this team and how they could celebrate like the small things, even like through some ups and downs. Like what when you joined the team, what did you notice about that, and how well did you fit in right away and enjoy the people around you this season?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I enjoyed about this team. Celebrating the little things within such a I don't know, long-winded season. I did come in and join the team on the tail end, but I think that I was welcomed with open arms, and there was just such a refreshing vibe to this team when joining. So I did appreciate those little moments, those little celebrations. Even just like Tina dancing in the middle of our dance circle. So yeah, I think that that's one of the things that this team really took pride in.
You got everyone chest bumping.
I know, right? Bringing it back finally.
We'll go to Jordan next. Go ahead.
Hey, Aaliyah, George from Television Network. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So just talk about what's one thing you learned about yourself this season.
Ooh, just one? That's a good question. One thing I learned about myself this season is I think how strong-willed I am. This was a very interesting season for me with a lot of ups and downs. And I think that I just constantly went back to, my faith and my purpose for why I started playing basketball. And I think that every day I just took pride in representation and being that strong player, strong young woman for girls looking up to me.
Gabby, go ahead.
Hey, Aaliyah. So, in the off season, are you planning to play an Unrivaled again? And other than that, do you have anything exciting that you're gonna do during the break since it doesn't begin until January?
I mean, the future is unrivaled, so that's all I'm gonna really say. In terms of what I'm doing as well in the off season, I am putting on 2 basketball camps. One in my hometown in Kingston, Ontario, in Canada. You got next, as well as I'm doing another camp in Jamaica. So it's gonna be the first time I'm doing it there. So that's very exciting. Been working on this project for a while, so it's gonna be cool to go back to my roots. My family is Jamaican, so to kind of pour into the young girls over there, also give some insight, give some wisdom, and just again going back to what I'm saying with the representation, just having the ability for those young girls to kind of look up to, talk to, and inspire to be a WNBA player like myself. So I'm excited for that one. Also throwing a vacation there. I am also doing going to be competing in a tournament. It's Sports Illustrated tournament. It's going to be in California, and that's at the end of October.
Carl, go ahead.
Hi, Aaliyah. Carl Adamek, First Connecticut Media.
Hi.
What did you learn about yourself in basketball through all you described it as interesting with all the trade talk and everything that went on and things you can't control? And second part of the question, how much did you enjoy playing with Tina and Olivia and just the Sun in general?
So to answer your first question, I think what I learned about myself was just to continue to be a professional. I think what you just said and what I've been saying earlier, there's a lot of unknown, a lot of stuff that you can't control, but what you can control is to continue to be professional each and every day, creating those great habits so that you're prepared for any moment and anything that's thrown at you. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I learned this season, just relying on my routine and my good habits, relying on my faith as well. To answer your second question, I love playing with Tina and Liv. As I said, I already had a pre-existing relationship with the both of them, but to kind of actually play alongside them, play alongside Liv again, and also get the opportunity to play with Tina was great. Putting on a Sun jersey was surreal to be back in Connecticut, living back in Connecticut so soon. I mean, the fans and the overflowing support that I got from everybody was more than I could ask for. Just to even see little girls show up to Connecticut Sun games with my Yukon jersey was amazing. It was good to see that number 3 again. But yeah, overall, I just felt refreshed to be with this organization for the second half of the season. I'm just grateful that I got the opportunity to be impactful for this organization as well. Didn't get as much wins as we wanted to, but I think that we had a good little streak going a couple times, and learning from a vet like Tina was just amazing. So
Thank you.
thank you.
We'll wrap it up with Kenneth and then Deja. Kenneth, go ahead.
Hi, Aaliyah. This is Kenneth Minogue from Mass Live. Morning. I just wanted to ask, I actually asked you to elaborate more on, you were talking about Tina Charles and the short time you've had with her this season. Could you point to any specific times and practices or in after games, before games that she pulled you aside or really helped you, advise you, or just in general, what you learned from her presence?
Yeah, I learned a lot from her presence, not only just seeing um, great how great she was at just playing the game of basketball. She was able to manipulate reads on the fly. She's able, a great communicator for us on the court. But in terms of those breakdown conversations that you're referring to, we had them constantly. And that's something that you always want as a player, especially a young player in this league, have access to. So I'm just grateful that, she was that big sister, that great vet for me this season. And also, I feel like every other day she broke some type of record. So just seeing that and celebrating her was super important. And not only on the court, but off the court. She just won the Don Staley Award. So I am someone who really takes pride in her community, in my community, and as well as just sacrificing myself for others. So to see not only she's a great player, a great teammate, but also doing great for her community and for something that she's really passionate about with her foundation. So again, she's just Tina Charles, like she's auntie, she's great.
All right, Daisha.
Thank you.
Yeah, you mentioned the camp in Jamaica. First question is, where in Jamaica is your family from, and when was the last time you've been to Jamaica, if ever?
Oh, yes. So my family's from Kingston, Jamaica. It's kind of ironic because I was born in Kingston, Ontario, in Canada, and then when I was younger, we would travel from Kingston to Kingston. So that was pretty cool. But your second question was, what was the second question?
Yeah, I just asked, like, when was the last time you had
Oh, I
been?
to Jamaica. Last time I went to Jamaica was I believe March of this year, right after Unrivaled. But I usually spend Christmases down there, so
Awesome.
with my family.
Amazing.
Really nice. Yes, if you guys want to come support.
My family's actually from Santa Cruz, so
Oh,
yeah.
nice. The camp is November 7th, so if anybody wants to pull up, let me know.
Awesome.
I'll take that invite. All right, thank you, Aaliyah, and thanks
Thank
everybody
you.
for
Thank
joining.
you.
We'll be back for session 2 around 10:30 with Nisa and Rhea. Thanks, everybody.